But you can guess by the title. If you're trying to lock in, join the live. So if you're trying to lock in, join the live, join the live, join the live. Give like a 1 minute for like people to start coming in. But basically, if you're trying to lock in, join the live. And what does it mean to lock in? Before we start, everyone should know what locking in means, but let's just say you don't know what locking in means. When I mean lock in, is to put the blinders on. It means that whatever you're doing in your life, what matters the most is the grind. That's what it means to lock in. So guys, I'm gonna go over like the importance of locking in and being tunnel vision. And a certain, you know what? Most times you have to lock in, but there'll be those times where you can kind of like relax and stay cool. But most times you'll have to lock in. Guys, you gotta lock in. You gotta put in the work. You have to be tunnel visioned. A lot of you guys are, me included, I was at that place where you feel like you can kind of lay back, you got a good momentum going, so you let go of the pedal, you let go of the gas. I'm telling you guys right now, you have to lock hard. Go forward. Don't go backwards. Don't start doing the things that you were doing before. You know, lock in, guys. If it's working on your business, you should be working on your business. If it's doing your homework, you should be doing your homework. You guys have to lock in. And it's okay not to have any downtime. We're in a culture where it's like work-life balance. You have to have downtime, which is good to have downtime when you want to have it. But you have to lock in. It has to be 90% work, 95% work, 5% relaxation. You can relax, but 5% of the time, 5% of the time you can lock that, you can relax. You don't need to lock in. 5% of the time when you get home, okay, you could watch a little show with your girl. It's fine, it's cool, it's all good. But you gotta lock in when you gotta lock in. You know? It's cool to have the time to relax and feel yourself and take vacations. There's always time for that. But 95% of the time, you gotta be locked in. You gotta be locked in. You know? It's so important to lock in. It's so important to just look at your life and say, you know what? Let me grind it all out. It's hard when you're not locked in, and then when the rent comes up and you're short, it hurts then. You probably wish you would have done those extra hours. And guys, hey, what's up guys? I'm just walking, telling people how to lock in, why to lock in. Yo, what's up Dion? Yo, what's up guys? Remember to like and subscribe for more motivation like this. But like I was saying, where I'm from, Canada. That's where I'm from. So like I was saying, what the heck is this? Oh, something fell off. But yeah, as I was saying, you gotta lock in. Hey, what's up? Hey, shout out to Bangladesh. You gotta lock in. GS from Bangladesh, you gotta lock in. We gotta lock in. You know, it's easy. Guys, remember, like and subscribe to get more content like this, to get my content pushed out. I'm trying to motivate the world, you know. I'm trying to motivate the world, you know. And it's not even about being a motivational speaker. It's that we just need life spoken onto us, you know. Maybe you're who's watching right now. You need life spoken onto you. Maybe you're working a dead-end job and you're like, well, you don't even know what you're doing. You gotta lock in. You know, there's always ways to lock in. If you already have a job, now, the ways to lock in is by looking for another skill that can make you more money. If you're working 9 to 5 that you hate, what do you gotta do? Lock in. You gotta lock in. What does that mean? What does that, people are asking, what does locking in mean? It means being tunnel visioned. It means being focused, so focused that nothing can bring your focus off. That's what locking in means. It means going out, doing the lives, you know, doing the lives, People looking at you on the street like, well, why is this guy on the camera? He's looking crazy. Is he taping me? I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm locked in. All right? Because back in the day, when other people were doing that YouTube thing and then they seem crazy to do YouTube and it's like, oh my God, he's doing YouTube. Why is he on the camera? And that's the same guys who are 1 million subscribers right now. 3, 4, 5 years ago, you know, all these YouTubers that were on the camera and people were talking crap. And what happened then? That's the same people who are making money online. You know, don't let no one hate you, bro. No, don't let no one hate on you. Whatever you're doing, not even just content creating. When it comes to anything, you gotta lock in. You gotta lock in. What is this? Log in to Facebook? What? Lock in. Unless I made a mistake on my title, which would be terrible. But like I said, you got to lock in. Put in the work, put in the reps, guys. You gotta lock in. It's very important to lock in at all times. Don't let go of the gas, not just what, bro, I'm telling you guys this as someone who's 30 years old and gone through a lot of BS and gone through a lot of stuff. I'm telling y'all right now, I'm saying lock in. What does locking in mean? Let me go explain what locking in. I'm telling you guys that you have to lock in. What does that mean? It means that you have to go hard. That means you can't go soft. It means you can't just go 50%. You can't just go 60%. You gotta go 100% every day. This is the message that I'm trying to push out. Go 100% every single day. When you wake up, you gotta wake up with that energy, bro. You gotta wake up with that energy like you trying to take over the world. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say, brother. You gotta lock in. You gotta lock in. And you gotta put in the reps. You know? Everyone goes through their problems. Everyone has their days. It's okay to get down. It's okay to feel depressed. It's all right. Yes. And that's what you're not supposed to be doing. You know? In the sense that you gotta wake up and do the most daunting, most annoyingest task first. You gotta wake up and say, how I'm gonna make more money today. And you know what? I know people look at that like it's crazy, like, oh my God, he cares about money, or he's like a fake businessman, You know what? Lock in for 3 months. Put the phone to the side, and when you wake up, if you're not in the gym, you better get in a gym. Or if you can't get in a gym, you better start doing some workout from home. That's what locking in is. That's what locking in is. If you can't go to the gym, you best be doing workouts at home. You know what I mean? You gotta lock in, guys. You gotta lock in. It sucks when you don't lock in because you don't get the results that you want. You don't get the results that you want if you don't lock in. You know? What do you say? You know, you can't just wake up and go on Facebook and Instagram like GS said. You just can't do that. It's just not possible. You got to lock in, okay? What does that mean? It means put in the work. You gotta work really, really hard to get the success that you want. Because now we live in an overly saturated world where most of the things that we're doing is being done like 20, 30, 40 times. It's being done so many times, okay? So you just doing your little thing is not gonna cut it. You gotta go hard. You gotta post more than even the guys with 1 million subscribers are posting. I've been looking at the algorithm. I've been looking at different new YouTubers. And one thing that I've been seeing with the new YouTubers that's the same when it comes to success is that them YouTubers are literally so consistent. I mean, those YouTubers that I've been seeing are so consistent. What is this? It means work and make money. Lock in. It's a slang, okay? I don't like using that, but everyone's using it, and honestly, I like how it sounds. But what it means is just, guys, just let me switch it to stay focused. Stay focused. I know you guys can understand this. Stay focused. Okay, now we're not talking slang anymore. This is plain English. Stay focused. All right, that's what locking in means. It's to stay focused and keep your goal in your mind. That's what it means to lock in. You know, guys, remember to like and subscribe for more motivational content like this, and also for more fitness content. As you could see on my channel, that's what I got. Remember to like and subscribe. All right. When it comes to the gym, a lot of you guys are like, I don't feel like going to the gym. I don't feel like working out. Thanks, GS. I don't feel like working out. I don't want to get muscular. All of that nonsense. All of that nonsense for what? Where you could just, you know what? Let me just put in some reps. Let me squash that weak mindset that I have that I don't want to get muscle. Where, as a personal trainer, I know well that whether you're a grandma, you should be doing strength training. Even grandmas are doing strength training. So how much more is a young man should do strength training? I got people, oh, I don't want to be muscular. Talk about you don't want to be muscular. Talk about you don't want to be muscular. Lock in. It's just another excuse. Don't want to lock in. You don't want to go to the gym. You put in excuses. Lock in. Go in the gym. Next, you know, there's so many things are so important in your life. Your body, your finances, obviously God first, but your body, your finances are one of the most important things, because you got a good body, you feel good to navigate and move in your life. You can actually, it's 4:32 right now in Canada. So I was saying, guys, you need to remember this. Obviously God first, you know, have a spiritual life, but there's your finances, and then there's your body. You need your body to move, and you need your finances to operate. You know what I mean? You need your body to move, and you need your finances to operate. As simple as that. As simple as that. And if you don't have one or the other, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. So this is why I say lock in, because if you don't have your finances in order, what happens? You stay broke. Yes, amen. If you don't have your finances in order, it's hard to operate. You can't do nothing. You got no credit. You can't move nowhere. You have no car. You know what I mean? You're and then when you're not focused on your body and you have money, you're slow, you're sluggish. You know? You're slow, you're sluggish. You don't wanna, like, you got the money, you got a good car, you got a nice house. You can't even move around in your house because your body's out of order. You know what I mean? Yeah, bro, subscribe to the channel just for motivation. That's all you're gonna get. You know, you probably subscribe to many things. People are subscribed to many things. Many things that are toxic, just ridiculous things on YouTube. And I'm actually trying to put out content that can better men, that can better women, that can better humans as a whole, all right? So this is why I'm a personal trainer, but I am passionate about self-improvement and bettering yourself. You know what I mean? Thanks, GS. So like I was saying, you got to lock in. I've done lives on encouragement. I've done lives on you know, making yourself feel worthy and whatnot. I've done lives like that. But this is the life for locking in. This life today is about locking in. It's about going hard, about going the extra mile, about not sleeping in. Don't sleep in. Don't sleep in, bro. 12 o'clock, man, you should not be in bed. 12 o'clock, man, you should be already up. You should already up. Guys, go after your days. Go after what's yours. All right, good night, GS, man. Blessings to you. Good night, GS. Thanks for listening. Hey, come back to the channel if you need more motivation. That's what I'm here for, man. God bless you. So like I was saying, you gotta lock in. You got to lock in. You have to go hard. You have to do the uncomfortable things before the comfortable things. Love you, brother. You have to do the things that you don't want to do. You have to do all of those things. Because when you don't do it, you suffer the consequences. Let me go back to finances, because I think that's a really important thing that guys do not understand. They don't understand how important the finances is. They don't understand how important the Let me tell you how important the finances are. The finances are so important. Y'all don't even know how to... I'm telling y'all, man. When you don't... It's like... I've seen this with men. It's either they're fit, but they broke as hell. Or they broke as hell. But, they're broke as hell, but they're fit. It's never both. So one thing I want you guys to remember is that you can do both. Women too, you can do both. You can do both. You can get money and you can work on your body. You know what? And you can work on your social skills and how you come off the camera. You know what? I'm not a nowhere near a great YouTuber. I'd say I'm just starting. But even if I compare myself to how I was before, to how I am now, my speech has dramatically improved. So much. Okay? So, guys, you gotta lock in. Okay? Catch you guys back in the next video. Thank you for everyone who liked, subscribe. Love y'all. I'll be back with a new video pretty soon.